Strange nuts. Hey nerds, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to 12 Days of Nerdmas. As you can see, we have a special guest, Bean, Queen Bean, Beanington III, Madam Bean. We are going to be taking a fan request, I guess you could call it. A friend of the channel, Splattergram, requested seeing all of our pottery that we've done. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you've seen little updates of us doing pottery for date night. Mostly just painting, not like building the pottery. So we decided to gather up all our pieces and show you guys in a 12 Days of Nerdmas video. Okay, so we're just gonna kind of go through one by one and show what we did. I think we're gonna go kind of in order of when we did them, if we can remember.
I'm gonna try.
Yeah, which one we did which time. So, you want me to start or you want to start?
You can start.
Okay, so the very first time we went, I made this mug. It was a design that they had at the store. So it's just a plain mug on the cup part of it. And then the handle is a little hammer. And I thought that was super cool because I like to build stuff. So I just painted the inside black. I made the outside brick because that was one of the first real crafting things I did on like my other channel was some brickwork. And then I painted the hammer, the colors that I use, which are green and gray, and that part's black.
Okay, for mine, I just did this little cup, coffee cup.
Gay mug.
Gay mug. The first time I ever went to like a pottery painting place, I did a shot class that was black with like rainbow dots on the outside, and then it was like rainbow inside. So this is an homage to that. And then on the inside, I have green dots. So it's green and then green dots.
Also, throughout these pieces, you'll see some look more streaky than others. Like this one is my first one and it looks rough. As I'm looking at it, I'm like, I could do much better now. But it's because we were learning and getting used to how many layers and coats you have to do. You have to do like 4 layers of the paint.
Also, every time we went, they changed the amount of coats you needed. They were like, you need 2 to 3, you need 3 to 4, you need 3 to 5. So
yeah. So we were just winging it. So our next set of pottery, neither one of us have them currently. Mine was the Scooby-Doo Mystery Machine. I don't know where it is. Since we moved, I cannot seem to find it.
I just made a little tray for my mom that says Mocha Cafe on it because she has a business called Mocha Cafe.
Okay, so after that set, then we moved on to this one. So this is my first piece where I started doing characters, and this is kind of the direction that I've taken now. There is one piece after this that's not characters, but this is primarily what I'm going to end up doing. So I've shown you guys last Nerdmas. This is my Studio Ghibli mug. It's a giant mug that we use for like soup and stuff if we use it. But the inside is painted blue. You can see there all the streaks from not having enough layers. And then the outside is like a grassy field with more blue sky. But we have Ponyo. She looks like a freak. So we have some soot sprites carrying some little stars and some like little rocks, I guess. We have No Face. Then we have these guys. I don't know their names, but I love them so much from their movie. And then we have Calcifer. And then we have 2 of the smaller Totoros. One on each side of the handle.
I like to be useful with my things. Not that a bowl is not useful, but we were looking at the time for spoon rest. Mm-hmm. And they were all like really expensive, like at least $20. So I was like, if they're going to be $20, might as well paint our own. Oh, it's upside down. It says squeeze the day with a little lemon. I've got some lemon squiggly border. Woohoo!
It's very practical. We use it all the time, actually.
Yeah.
It's nice. Go!
Halloween!
Yeah, Halloween. So mine's just a little cat with a witch's hat that I did. We just were going for like a Halloween date night, and I didn't really want to do another mug at the time, and so I just decided to get something simple and do this little cat guy.
Mine obviously is a pumpkin.
Gourd.
A gourd. I like the detail on the lid, and I also really like the splatters I did on the bottom. Can you see?
Yeah, they can probably see now.
So I like the green speckles I did. They remind me of like an actual pumpkin or gourd. And we used this actually for the first year that we hosted Thanksgiving. We used this as part of the centerpiece.
Yeah, it was cute. Okay, next is probably my favorite that I have done. Although the last one that I just did is also pretty great. But I think, I don't know. This one might be my favorite. So we have my first, regular mug that I did, but it's also a large mug. And this is, let me see if I can find the center. It is a noggin-themed mug. It's a noggin-themed mug that we have. So we have bird and moose. We have face, Gullah Gullah Island logo. We have the ferocious beast, Maisie Mouse. Then we have the little Nick Jr. logo. And we have Bear, Oswald, Franklin. And then we circle back around. And I did it this wispy purple color. I wasn't worried about streaks with this. I wanted it kind of streaky. And I think it kind of adds to it. It looks great. And then the inside is just a dark purple.
Okay, now here we have one of my favorites. VeggieTales mug. Ooh, there's a logo. And then here's Bob the Tomato, Mr. Lunt. God, what's his name?
Mr. Asparagus?
No. I don't know. He has different names, I think. Oh, Archibald. Archibald Asparagus. And then a cursed Larry and a French pea, which I think the French pea looks pretty good, actually.
Not a cursed Larry.
He is cursed. He doesn't look very good. But then on the inside, I did it like QWERTY, the computer, that would always say the Bible verse. VeggieTales was one of the only things I really watched growing up. VeggieTales and SpongeBob. So I think it turned out pretty good. And it definitely has a place in our cabinet. Also, she forgot to mention that she got so many compliments when making this one. This is what got her addicted to the compliments at the place we go to.
Why do you have to call me out?
Every time we go, I think she does the character ones now because they're always like, oh, I recognize that. Oh my God, it's Oswald. Oh my God, it's Franklin. Oh, I love it. It looks so good. And it does look so good. So,
haters, what I'm hearing.
I'm literally giving you a compliment.
Hater. No, you're saying I'm greedy for the compliments and that's why I do
because
it.
Because it looks so good.
Anyways, I realized I do like the compliments when I was working on my last bowl. But also, I want to enjoy what I paint. Like, that's why I don't really like to do stuff like this, necessarily. Because we don't have enough space for a bunch of random knickknacks. Because the house is already full of my crap. So I don't need more crap. And if we're going to paint the stuff, I want it to be stuff that I really like. You know? So, that's the biggest part. The compliments are nice, though. But that's not the reason. Okay, next is my least favorite character item. They didn't have these really big mugs that I really enjoy. We have two. One is mine, one's Beans. I really like those. And then they also didn't have this giant mug, which if I'm going to paint it, I want a big surface to put more characters. And they didn't have that. So I picked the next best thing, which I thought would be this coffee pot. It's not bad. The characters aren't bad, except for Cursed Nemo. Oh my God. But I just don't like the overall.
I thought that was supposed to be his dad.
Yeah, it switched to his dad. Okay, cursed Marlin. Whoever it is cursed. Should have outlined the eye. The white. Okay, anyways. So this is the coffee pot. It's supposed to be fish from my childhood. So, first on this side, we have Dory. Dory turned out pretty good. And then also they're supposed to be in Cosmo and Wanda's fish tank, basically. So we have Cosmo next. He looks really good. I like him.
Yeah.
This is the cursed being! Because I learned that I'm only good at replicating these 2D characters. I don't consider myself like an artist in this way, like drawing, painting, stuff like that. I am good at copying lines. I'm decent at copying lines. So that's how I try to do these figures. I don't think about the character. I think about what lines it takes to create this shape. And so for a 3D character, it's harder to just do lines. So he turned out cursed. Cursed! Anyways.
Don't shake him.
Then we have Rainbow Fish.
So good.
Yeah, I really liked Rainbow Fish, and the color choices turned out really nice. And then lastly, we have Wanda. She also turned out really good. Cosmo and Wanda did turn out too dark, but it's okay. They still look good. And then that's their castle because like I said, it's supposed to be in their fishbowl. But like other details, like the rim of the coffee pot, the black, piss poor. So I just did a bad job. I phoned it in on this one because I wasn't enjoying it as I was going. I was like,
Mine is another one that we'll have to put on screen. It was a gift from my friend for her first year in the classroom. Well, yeah, it took her forever to do some of these other ones. So here's what I did in the meantime. It's
Closer.
just a little...
Yeah.
A little dish. I was really excited to do a whole series of these. I was going to do some that like alternated it with these 3 colors. And then on the inside I had a little bit light pink. My brother, you're not supposed to put these in the dishwasher. And he did. And so it's kind of cracked on the outside.
Put it in there twice back to back.
Yeah, without it even being used. And then he also chipped it. So this is not great in great condition, but we're probably going to fix it up with, I don't know, we'll fix it somehow. And we use it for, like, if I'm making a dish that has, like, a bunch of different spices that need to go in, I'll, like, pre-measure them into this. Or most recently, we're using it as a salt pig.
Okay, my last piece, which I just got back, I had to hustle to finish it recently so that it would be ready in time for this video for Nerdmas. This one, I don't know. I was going to say it might have taken me the most time, but I'm not 100% sure if that's true. This one... Noggin and
Ghibli took a long time.
Yeah,
too.
Studio Ghibli took a long time. Ghibli took less time than this and Noggin, I think, though, because there's so many more characters and stuff. But it turned out really good. So this time around, I decided to do 90s Cartoon Network. So nothing from the 2000s, only 90s to try to limit how many characters are in this bowl. So to start, on the innards of the bowl... We have the Powerpuff Girls, a little bit cursed. They're so hard to draw for me. The eyes, I don't know. This is my second item that I've drawn them on, and
the first one looked really good, and this one looks good too. But it just is very hard to draw on the inside of the pottery pieces.
It's also hard to do small stuff. It's hard to keep from any little shake looks huge in such a small area, and I'm not an artist, like I said, so. Yeah, so I got the Powerpuff Girls, then we got the Cartoon Network logo, then we have Johnny Bravo in there. Hoo-ha! Then, on the outside, we're going to start off with a little Courage the Cowardly Dog action, right there. Then we're going to switch around to Plank from Ed, Edd n Eddy. Then we have Chicken from Cow and Chicken. Mojo Jojo. Even though I already have the Powerpuff Girls, Mojo Jojo is just so iconic. I couldn't not do him.
She wanted to show him with his brain spilling out, but I thought that was a little much for your viewing eyes.
Anyway. And then I have IR Baboon from I Am Weasel. And then lastly, we have Dexter from Dexter's Laboratory. He looks really good, I think. Him and Courage look just right on the money. I was like, I was in my bag with that one.
Say, get out of my laboratory.
Get out of my laboratory!
Okay. And then while she was working on that one, I was making this. So I started with the back. It's based on a picture. I went to San Francisco earlier this year to visit a friend, and we went to the Museum of Modern Art. And we saw an exhibit of this artist. I believe her name is Yayoi Kusama. And so I looked on Google for some pictures. And there was one with her sitting in front of a wall that was this. And so I tried my best to recreate it. Don't really like how some of the colors turned out. Like this dark green is too dark for the image. Maybe we'll put up the image for reference if we're allowed to do that. I don't know YouTube. And then this is the really nice part. I really hope you can see the detail. I think you can. So this is obviously all sushi. I have a sweet potato roll. I have a like spicy tuna roll. I have a salmon, avocado, and cream cheese roll. You guys actually don't need to know what all the rolls are.
You're on the roll, though.
Wasabi! And then on the side, more inspiration from that artist. I think these turned out really well.
Turned out so good.
Like this is probably the best thing I've done so far. I really liked how you can see the individual grains of rice, like in a sushi roll.
I hope you guys can see it.
Yeah, me too. I think they kind of can.
Yeah.
And I also I was like, oh my god. I was in my bag with the cucumber
Yeah.
skin. I was like, man, that's so good.
Now I'm gonna be honest. When she first said she was doing that, she started with the back and it was looking amazing. And I just was worried. I'm like, what if her sushi doesn't look like sushi? Because you know, sushi from a top-down view, it's like.
And I was trying to
drawn.
say that originally. I was like, I'm nervous that it's a top-down view. How am I gonna portray like wasabi? It's a 3D thing. How am I gonna portray a like 3D thing inside this 2D like top-down view? And she didn't understand what I was saying.
I didn't understand what she was doing at first until she drew the sushi, and I was like, yeah, that's gonna look good, girl.
And it did.
Yeah, once she started painting it, I said, oh, that actually looks good. I was worried. I'm not gonna tell you if I'm worried. But once it looked good, I told her, oh, I was worried, but that looks amazing, actually.
Yeah, and this one is supposed to oh, there we go. This one is supposed to have like, you know, those little balls, like the
Fish eggs?
they're like roe.
Yeah,
the fish roe, but it didn't really quite translate.
Zoom
But
in
it just
somewhere?
kind of, I was trying to do little paint pen balls so that it would be kind of like thicker, and you can kind of see from the side that it's thicker. But
oh, you're trying to make it a little bit 3D?
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
You can definitely feel it, but I don't know if it really reads as that.
All right, for our advent calendar. Ooh, you're right
Yeah,
in
I
the.
know.
Sorry about the lighting and stuff for this video. In our new space, I'm still trying to figure out recording space for Nerdmas. You've seen the background change a bunch and, shift and stuff. And we have the window open because it's daylight, but it is causing glares on us. So bear with us. All right, just pick a number and go for it. 5. Okay, that was a bit aggressive.
Do I show it off or just build it?
You don't have to show it off. What is it, though?
A person.
No.
Oh.
What's on there?
A person.
Doing
they're
what?
skiing.
Yes. All right, so now, you go ahead and build it, and then we'll show it.
Well, aren't you going to do yours at the same time?
That's a good idea. It's 2 of us. So, okay, that was number 5. I'm going to do number 16. It looks like we have, a snowmobile. All right. What's yours?
She's skiing.
Ooh.
Ah.
Ooh at the same time.
Skiing off frame.
Whoosh. All right, and then mine is Santa on a snowmobile. I just chose one of the characters we've already done. I don't love the floppityness of the, what's supposed to be the tires for it, but, come on. Okay. So, yeah, the back 2 just kind of flop around, and the front 2 are made out of, snowshoes. Then we got our little Santa. It came with a helmet in this set. And there's the side. And the light with this is blowing out crazy. So I don't know how well you can see that, but it is what it is. That was better.
Senti.
All right, that was our pottery, and those were our 2 advent calendar pulls. We had really good pulls today after that terrible bunny that we had.
You was
I'm
a
happy
bunny
to have
for
these.
Christmas?
Yes, just a bunny. You didn't build
Okay.
anything. You didn't do it. Just a bunny.
You didn't build the bunny?
Just a bunny. Exactly. But that's going to do it for me in this video, guys. If you like this video, feel free to hit that thumbs up button down below. And while you're down there, let me know in the comment section what did you think of our pottery. And don't forget suggestions that you might have for what I should do in the future. If you're new to my channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you can stay in the know of all the nerdy. And hit that bell notification. And be sure to share this video and my channel with anybody that you think may enjoy. But, as always, guys, remember, keep it nerdy.